going on, guys? Multiverse Corrupt here with yet another action figure review video, and today we're having a look at the Earth 2 Batman from McFarlane Toys. As always, guys, starting off this video, we're having a look at the McFarlane packaging, and it is, of course, that classic black, white, and blue with the open face window, seeing Batman in all of his glory, looking mighty fine, I might add. Down here at the bottom, we see it says DC Multiverse and the Earth 2 Batman's name. Flipping over here to this side, guys, we see Earth 2 Batman, and for some reason, it says Batman Arkham Knight, like with the video game. So I don't know if this is just supposed to be the model after that, but over here on the back, we see it is ripped straight from the comic. So a little confused on why it says Batman Arkham Knight. It even says it again right here. So maybe this is a remodel from the Arkham Knight figure, but me personally, I never picked that one up. But when we rip it open, we'll jump into that. So like I've said, guys, we've seen the back side here. Flipping on this side, not really much going on other than DC Multiverse and Earth 2 Batman again. Down here on the bottom is the barcode for you barcode guys, and not really much going on at the top. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and rip the Dark Knight himself out of the packaging and see how he looks. In this alternate universe, Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne survived their deadly encounter in Crime Alley years ago, but their young son Bruce was killed instead. Driven by the death of his son, Thomas became Batman. Though this Dark Knight is far deadlier and more ruthless than the vigilante hero his son would have become. Alrighty, guys, before I go any further, I would just like to point out that the read-up on the back of this card is completely wrong. That is the Flashpoint read-up for Batman of Thomas Wayne. This right here is the Earth 2 Thomas Wayne. It is still Thomas Wayne. That is the only thing that this read-up got correct. Now, for the real backstory on this guy right here, he is on Earth 2. It is Thomas Wayne, but he only became Batman after Bruce Wayne's Batman sacrificed himself during the Darkseid War, when Darkseid was winning and killed Earth's Justice League, Earth 2's Justice League. This Thomas Wayne was shot all those years ago, but he faked his own death and went into hiding to protect his son, so that way the mob hit that was put upon him did not put his son in any danger. But this is a Thomas Wayne Batman. He is taking up the mantle after his son's death way into the future. The read-up on the back of this card is completely wrong, and it just annoys me. Now, let's get into the figure review itself. When it comes to my first-hand impressions on the figure, I think this guy looks freaking awesome. It is traditional Batman with some minor tweaks, the black and the red. The red looks phenomenal on this guy. I can't wait to get into the detail to look at the overall design of the suit up close and to really take it all in. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and take this Batman off of the rotating turntable and take a closer look at the accessories that he came with. When it comes to the accessories, guys, he does of course come with his classic McFarlane display stand with the DC logo just stamped right there, front and center. Next up, guys, he does of course come with his own trading card with it being a beautiful comic image of the Batman. Flipping over here is the incorrect read-up, so if you want to, you can pause the screen and read it right now. I personally would not. It's a little bit of a waste of time. Now going over to his accessories, guys, his accessory, I should say, he does of course come with the Batarang, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the same Batarang we saw with the Arkham series Batman. The Arkham Knight Batman, I believe, came with the same exact one. This one just looks like it's a little bit darker. Now, unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, if I said it, I didn't pick up the Arkham Knight Batman, saw too many problems with the cape, and just was a little difficult to find in my area as well, so I didn't really track it down. But I'm almost like 90-85% sure that this is the same reuse. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the accessories and zoom into the figure himself to take a closer look at his detail. Now, when it comes to the detail, guys, starting off with the head sculpt, I really do love this cowl for the Batman. Having his angry scowl right here on the front of his face looks absolutely amazing, and I do love the red accent in the eyes, just the red gloss that we see here, looking like he's ready to do business, and I really do appreciate seeing some long ears for the Batman. I have noticed McFarlane's been trying to do like these shorter ears, but we actually get some long ears here, and it does look amazing. I also love the detail within the mouth as well, seeing some wrinkles there, being that it is Thomas Wayne years later, so he is an old man, but still putting up a fight against crime in Gotham. Going down here now, guys, looking at the armored chest plate here, I love this bat logo. The red with the red triangle here, I think it looks amazing. The red V, if you will, and how it just even goes into the red trim of the cape, just floating down into this beautifully detailed and beautifully sculpted cape here. You can even see some seams from where it parts into the cape itself. It looks absolutely magnificent. Going over here now, guys, looking at the rest of the suit and his arms, you can see he's got some arm articulation there, and you can feel it, especially when you rub your nail across it. Just looks overall amazing. Going on down here now, guys, to his midsection, looking at that utility belt. Now, I will say, guys, that I do like the design of the utility belt. I just feel that is where this figure is a little dull. It has the separation, yes, but I really would have loved a little bit of extra paint, maybe some black accent going on through here instead of just this big slab of red plastic going all the way around him. But for the rest of the midsection, guys, the detail is beautiful. You can see and feel the design of the cape, the fabric base, if you will, whatever you want to call that. His spandex suit, it is well put together and beautifully detailed. Last but not least, guys, going down here to the boots, you can see even the detail within his boots, giving it that leathery texture. It looks freaking amazing, and it feels fantastic. With all that said, though, guys, let's go ahead and zoom out away from the detail and take a closer look at his size, articulation, and some size comparison. When it comes to how tall Batman stands, guys, Batman does, of course, stand to the top of the head, looks like to be exactly 7¼ inches tall. But if you do want to go to the top of the ear, he just looks like he's slightly over 7½ inches. But me personally, I just go to the top of the head. I do not count the ears of the figure because that is the suit and not the figure himself. So we'll just round up to that 7-inch scale. Let's go ahead and take him off of his display stand, move him closer to the camera for you guys, and jump into some articulation. Starting off with the head sculpt, guys, Batman does look up all the way, gets some beautiful articulation in the head there, and looks down to have those dark and brooding nights. Thanks to the ball joint, his head does rotate all the way around, and he does get some beautiful head tilt in there as well. Going over here to his arm articulation, guys, his arm articulation goes out about that far, and it does rotate, but it gets in the way of the cape here, so it is kind of limited, but you do get a little nice swivel action here. And he actually comes with a useful butterfly joint as well, though mine seems to be a little stuck today, but it is over here, so we're all good there. Going over here now, guys, to his ab crunch. My ab crunch is a little loose. Does that fault the figure at all? Not really, because it is kind of my fault. I did kind of just grab him and rip him out because his cape got stuck inside the little case part that holds onto him. So I kind of just ripped him out, and it kind of made the joint a little loose, but it still works. He still stands and looks beautiful as ever. Looking at the articulation, though, guys, you do get some ab swivel and some ab crunch backwards like a limbo master, but not so much going forward. When it comes to his waist swivel now, guys, his waist does rotate all the way around. His legs kick forward about that far, and they kick back about that far. He does, of course, have a double hinged knees, and when it comes to his ankles do go down, they go up. He does, of course, have toe articulation and the beautiful ankle pivot. Starting off the size comparison, guys, here we have the Earth 2 Batman standing next to my custom Earth 1 Batman here, and they do scale together beautifully. Sticking with the Earth 2 Justice League, guys, here we have the Batman standing next to the recently looked at Jay Garrick Flash, and Flash is just a little bit taller than Batman, but he still scales together beautifully. Finishing out the McFarlane side of things, guys, here we have the Earth 2 Batman standing up next to two of my very own customs from McFarlane Toys, my own custom Val Zod action figure, and my very own Alan Scott of Earth 2, and I do think that the scale between these three look absolutely amazing. Jumping out of the DC Universe, guys, here we have Batman standing next to the NECA Toys Scream, and I think these two could work together. It just seems like the proportions are a little off. And last but not least, guys, here we have McFarlane Toys Batman standing next to the Marvel Legends Deadpool from the 2016 film Deadpool. And as always, Marvel Legends simply will not work. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. Another action figure review video in the books on my channel for you guys to enjoy. When it comes to my review on the Earth 2 Batman, I'm going to have to give him a solid 10 out of 10. I really do think McFarlane Toys knocked it out of the park, and I am happy to see that we are getting some Earth 2 Justice League members. Just this overall Batsuit though, guys, is also one of my all-time favorites. I am a sucker for the classic red and black color scheme on any figure. Let's just get that out there. So that really is a big bonus for me. I will say if I had any gripes, it would be the cape is just a little bit too heavy, but it is easy to work around without having your Batman look like he is slunched over and having severe back pain. With all that said though, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. We try to do videos at least 2 times a week. If I don't, I make up for it on the back end. With all that said though, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Later.